わかりました。
さあ、お前の罪を数えろ。
はい、私にお任せください。
よし、完了だ。バッチリだ。れるもんなら止めてみな。どうだ。よし。ここは俺に任せて。分かった。ここはやるしかない。お前がいると頼りになるぜ。そう言ってくれると嬉しいよ。
Stuttering game. Okay, I can't play like this. Stop stuttering. Why is this stuttering? I can't play like this game. Can you fix yourself, please? Can't they put this on PC? You're screwing me over. Random frame rate drops. Unplayable.
本気出してみようか。 単だ。
I guess it's compiling shaders. I don't know. It did that yesterday too. I am not playing this in an intended way, so
進めなくなっている
can't
よう
complain
です
too much.
先に進む方法を探しましょう
Not playing as they intended because they locked the game at 30 FPS. I don't want to play at that crap frame rate.
どうだ。
Effective. Running it at 60.
これで決まりでしょう。
The other Kamen Rider game freaks out like that too.
よし。
If you increase the frame rate, it starts freaking out at certain points. Starts stuttering for like no reason. No, with my processor, I shouldn't have any problems. Compiling shaders, there should be like almost no stutter.
お前がいるぞ。そうだ。なると嬉しいよ。本気出してみようか。
None. Oh, the new one. The new one, but it's region locked, so I can't play it.
ここは俺に任せろ。
Unless I knew somebody from Japan who, or Southeast Asia could buy it for me. I asked, and nobody bid, understandably. Big ask. It's not like I'm asking for people to pay for me. It's just I don't know how many people I have watching in those countries. Getting chapped! Nice. That was a death combo right there. This game is awesome. Death combo. Can't wait till I get back to New Game Plus and I can do that more often. Yeah, that one's got PC, but it's region locked, so I can't buy it as a filthy American. I want to. Might have to ask him for sure. Maybe Kamen Rider. Hey, I'll give you money and a tip to buy this for me. And make the accounts so I can play it. Apparently that's how you have to do it. Somebody that lives there has to buy the game and then make the account. You can't have it on your main account because you'll get banned. I'm not gonna get banned for playing a big trash game like this. Doesn't make sense. There are like hundreds of games on my account. I might just get the Switch version at the end of the month. That one's gonna be more likely outcome. So I can do that myself. I don't need help for it. I can dump it too since I have the Switch.
どうだ。
Time to get Sagozo. Kill him on next stagger. One good stagger, he's dead. Rider kick ready. Damn it. Maximum drive.
ジョーカーグレネード。
Joker Extreme.
ジョーカーエクストリーム。よし。
先を急ぎましょう。
いかに。待て、逃げる気か。先を急がないと。くそ、フィリップ。
Like how he looks like a hentai protagonist. So he didn't pay for the actor's likeness. He didn't pay for the actor's likeness, so when he's in human form you can't see his face. He looks like a hentai protagonist. Very weird.
すまねえ。
I mean, it kind of has his likeness, but you can't see his face, so I guess that's how they get around not paying royalties.
こ わりでしょう。
セキュリティロックが解除されました。
よし、準備万端だ。お、
ゲートを開きます。急いで。
よ
Really do not want to play as Joker. Oh, they take him away. They take double and O's away. That's really shitty. Joker is really boring to play as he only has like 3 moves. It's okay though, because when you do beat this game, they do take away any and all party restrictions. So I'll give it a pass. Joker's really boring to play as though. Joker's a basic bitch in this game. This game is awesome. I love it. Yeah, we're not gonna can't style with Joker. Oh yeah, I got Excel now. There we go, you got Trial in this game too. Trial is an obvious favorite, so he's a big, fast martial artist. I don't like Excel Booster that much.
なんで私を怒らせるの？
Yeah, this is a pretty good action game. Okay, you can't skip rider kicks. It's illegal to skip rider kicks. It's illegal. Against the law. Yeah! You skip the cutscenes unless there's a henshin or a rider kick. Those are the rules. Can I go Trial? No, he doesn't have Trial yet. Trial is pretty fun.
写真の場所は
This game has Bloody Palace, by the way. Bloody Palace and like one of the best new game pluses I've ever seen. Is they just let you play as everybody. There's no story restrictions at all, which means it's better than like all but one Tales game. There's only one Tales game that lets you do that. That's Tales of Rebirth, I think. Usta. Yeah, trial! It's time! It's time! What? Trial! Yes! Yes! Pure bliss. It's like a game, man. Secret top tier. Secret top tier.
Yosh.
I think I'm gonna do a run with Trial.
俺の速さについてく遅い
遅い
この程度
Only thing I want to do is just go back into Trial again. Let's give him, is there like a meter gain one? I think you gotta beat the game to do that. I seem to remember there being one. Give him this.
準備は万端だ
You want to stay in Trial because Trial is the best. That's his super form. PS2 game, which I think is what I like about it. There's no bullshit. Actually, no, that's not true. There are like, I think there's like 2 auto-scroller boss fights, but like nothing as bad as a Bayonetta game for sure. Pretty to the point.
準備は万端だ。
01's the last character you get. This game has double O's, Oxel, and 01.
全員まとめてかかってこい。
かかってこい。
もちろんいい。さあ、いい感じだね。遅い。
Video game? You okay? You okay, video game? What the hell? That's weird. It's not the graphics card. Cursed. Man, I can go trial. We're gonna go wild. I don't want to waste trial. I think there's a boss with him.
わかるかもしれない。
これから。
You don't even really need any of this stuff. The stuff they give you for doing the Bloody Palace is so busted. Kinda, if you want to play this game again, you need to do, like, self-imposed challenges. Which is fine, that's what I plan on doing.
Shift が早い。振り切るのはまだこれから。 遅い。さ よし。俺の速さがついてる。
Can we stop with the seizure warnings, please? I want to get out of this area. I don't know why it's doing that. Creepy pasta.
振り切るぜ。よっ。よっ。俺の速さについてくれ。よっ。よっ。よっ。よっ。俺の速さについてこれる。
Really want out of this area. Why are you doing that? Let's get out of this area, please. There's a heal back here, I think. I think there's a boss coming up soon. I don't remember. I'm getting sick of that seizure warning stuff it's doing, though. Can you skip fights? Hate to say it, I want to skip fights. Gotta get out of this area! It won't end. Really bothering my Come on, no more of this area. Just give me a headache.
この程度。この倉庫も厳重。
Alright, I can use trial now. Nice. But it's a boss you can't stagger. That sucks. Rise boss. This thing's not gonna stagger to anything. Hyper Armor City. Oh my god, I want out of this area! Fight somewhere else. Why is it doing that? I'm not gonna bother using trial. This one is over with. Something to kill it. Good. Boss is no fun. This can't be comboed. He leveled up already. Nice. Okay, let's get out of this instance, please. If it keeps doing that, then I'm not gonna play this anymore. Drop it. I'm flushed. want to get out. I need a loading zone, pronto. Come on, no more of this area. Great, and now I have to play as him. Take away all the good characters. Can't even transform in the double. Nothing. And the game is freaking out. Okay, good. Loading zone, thank goodness. Put an epilepsy warning. What the hell, man? Is he still gonna do that or not? That's what I don't know. Hello. Make me play as Joker again, are you? Make me play as Joker again. I don't want to. This sucks. Can't really complain about this game making you play as characters you don't want, because the New Game Plus lets you play as anybody the entire game, so you can't really complain about it. They were aware that generally it sucks balls when video games do that. No, in this game you just have to play it once, and then the whole game is unlocked pretty much. You can play as any rider in any form, at any time. There's no limits. That's what I'm trying to get back to. But I have to play through the whole game again because I can't get the save off the PS4. I don't have a save wizard or whatever it's called. The emulator would probably just take it straight up. I'm curious, but I don't know anybody who has a save wizard, so I'm just gonna play through the game again. It's not that long. How am I feeling? I'm still not great. Just gonna chill out. I hung out with the cats. They were very happy to see me again, so that helped. I'm just stressed about money. I know people will help when they can. I'm under $700 owed on the computer, by the way, so like another 4 months of this, and then I'll have a lot more financial freedom. But these next few months I'm gonna have to really keep asking for help, as much as I hate it. I don't really have a large income. But I've gotten this far paying it off, mostly by myself, so I'm pretty proud of that. It was worth it. Probably upgrade the graphics card maybe next year. I don't really have to do anything else with the computer for years.
しゃビンゴだぜ。
先を急ぎましょう。研究所のロックが
Make me do a boss but Joker again. It's getting old. It's getting old game. I want to play as Joker.
この無限の再生力で
悪い、ちょっと立て込んでてな。
No, I got double back. Never mind.
お前の罪を数えろ。
I think he gets Cyclone Joker Extreme here, so watch this cutscene. Go Cyclone Joker Extreme.
こんなこともあろうかと
Yep,
連れて
let's
きて
go.
んだよ。
Extreme. 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 What's up, Fuma?
なんで私を怒らせるの。
Yeah, I know. My friends used to play that game
よし。
before everyone stopped playing it. I know. I'm well aware. It's pretty cool. It's not from the series, it's a reference. Blizzard's not that cool.
やっぱり2人で1つのダブルだな。
Watch was always ass. Just you market something, you can you sell the worst stuff to people. That game is so toxic. I just don't like playing games like that. It feels like working those games feel like working retail, but not being paid for it. You have to deal with stupid people and people that are just trying to ruin everyone's fun. I don't see the fun in those games. As try as they might, I remember they tried to, like, make that game less toxic. It's just, you can't do it. As soon as it involves playing in a team with random nobodies, it's going to be toxic. Even if you, like, remove the voice chat, you don't have text chat, like, it's still gonna be toxic. It's unavoidable. I don't know why they keep trying, honestly. They've tried that with, like, League of Legends as well. It's like, well, it's not possible for that game to be actually enjoyable to play. It's dreadful to play. It's a shitty game. You want to deal with idiots, you can just work in retail, right? At least you're getting paid for it. I'm not gonna spend $1,000 on skins to just be pissed off and frustrated. I don't need that. That's why those games are kind of going out of fashion. I think people are starting to wake up to how miserable they make you. They're not fun. Complete opposite of fun. The only way they're fun is if you play with friends. Like, strictly with friends. Because, you know, if you roast your friends, you're good enough friends to roast each other, right? It's when random nobodies roast you and call you racial slurs and gamer words because you didn't make the plan or that. These games are torture to play. I never understood the appeal. That's pretty much what Call of Duty is. It's just getting called gamer words by prepubescents. It's like barely any adults playing. It's all like 8-year-olds. There's no supervision. Calling like grown adults gamer words. What fun. You could just go on Twitter for that. Don't need to buy a video game to do that. You want to get verbally abused by prepubescents, you can just go on Twitter. Yeah, the fun evaporates from team-based games when you're not playing with people you have, like, a deep relationship with. People you live with, or, like, best friends or something online, or IRL. These games can be fun. Have a very strict limitation, though. It has to be with people you know, and, like, no strangers at all. Otherwise, it's just a working in retail simulator. Except you don't get paid. You pay your mental health. You don't get any money for it. That's why I just play stuff like this. At least if I get pissed off, I'm not hurting anyone else, right? If I get pissed off, it's just the game and it's me. That's it. Even fighting games are not anywhere near as bad because you're only against one person. Fighting games are still toxic, but nowhere near as much because there's no one else to blame but you, right? There's you. Unless the game has shit netcode, in which case, that's a big part of toxicity in fighting games online as well. Is just a lot of the netcode in games is awful. Tekken, SF5, Dragon Ball Fighters, a lot of the most popular ones have shit netcode. So people get really, they start mauling over that, which is understandable. It pisses me off too. But it's still better than playing a team-based game. The whole reason those games breed toxicity is because there's other people to blame your mistakes on. There's other people to blame your mistakes on, and no one ever wants to take fault when they do something wrong in a video game. They always blame it on other people. Fighting games kind of remove that from the equation, because you're just playing with one person. You can't really... Let me know! I'm pretty sure Overwatch 2 just happened because the game was dying. It's not even really a sequel, it's more just like an expansion pack. It's like a hardware refresh. I wouldn't really call that a sequel. It's basically like the difference between Street Fighter 2 World Warrior and Street Fighter 2 Turbo, or like Super Street Fighter 2. It's the same game. It's upgraded like very marginally. They just did that because everybody realized how much the game sucks. It's the only reason. Everybody thinks they can pull a Final Fantasy XIV now. It's weird. Multiversus is trying to do that now too. No, we're gonna come back and relaunch. And, like, just because Final Fantasy XIV did it doesn't mean that your game's gonna be able to do it either. And now everybody's trying that. Overwatch tried it. Multiversus is trying it. Somehow it's in beta, even though they have like battle passes and stuff. Final Fantasy XIV, I'm glad that that game became a really good game over time, but it's given everybody else, like, these really delusions of grandeur. Like, no, sometimes if your game sucks, it doesn't matter if you relaunch it. People aren't going to come back. Final Fantasy XIV is a very isolated situation. Multiversus is kind of like what's happening with Musou games. Nobody can really make another a good Musou game besides Koei. Capcom surpassed Koei by far with Masaru, but then they stopped. Everybody else can't do it, right? That's what the problem with Multiversus and Nick Brawl is that, like, they're just not as good as Smash. I feel like the main thing those games had going for it was better netcode, but everything else about it is just worse than Smash, so... Well, you can't go months without updating. You can't go months without updating and expect your game to succeed. Because people, with the advent of mobile games shutting down like less than a year after release, It doesn't matter what you add, there needs to be something going on in the game, otherwise people are going to think it's going to die, because 90% of the time, that's what happens. That's where the term maintenance mode comes from. Maintenance mode is when a game is still up, but all they do is they fix the servers. That's it. They don't add anything. Maintenance mode for more than a few months is always either, like, the game is either gonna die, or they're gonna do, like, some huge, massive overhaul, which is kind of what they did with Overwatch. But 90% of the time, it means the game is dead.
AI 研究の権威
And when you have battle passes and expensive skins and stuff, like, people aren't gonna want to even log on to the game to buy that, because the game hasn't been updated in months. The more likely outcome is that the game is gonna shut down.
まさか
That's how people predict that mobile games are going to shut down like months before there's an official announcement. It's always the same thing. The update's slow to a crawl. It's just like magically there's less and less updates. You know, they'll put out like one character, like something really cheap to do. It happened with Tales of Luminaria, Tales of Crestoria, both of those games. I think with Crestoria they started really slowing down the story, which was obviously not a good sign, because that game has no gameplay, right? It's not really a gameplay game, which is blasphemy because it's a freaking Tales game. It's like the only time you can really get good action combat anymore. Yeah, they started really drip feeding the story, and then the game shut down. So I don't know what they were expecting. You don't really need to be a gaming analyst, a professional gaming analyst, to realize that a game not being updated for like 4 months is a bad thing. Usually, unless you have just unlimited money and time, that means to stop playing it. Like, legit uninstall it. Don't spend a cent in it. Don't get your friends to play it. Because the more likely outcome is that it's going to shut down. Alright. Time for PGR homework. Should be quick homework today. Just got to do Pain Cage and Warzone. And then the Materials Dungeon. And I also grew up, my mom is a hardcore gamer. My mom is a hardcore gamer. She mostly plays MMOs, but I grew up with a lot of the stuff she played would go into maintenance mode. She played Matrix Online. That game did the maintenance mode and end of service combo like 20 years ago. Star Wars Galaxy, she's played a lot of those other tap target MMOs. So, that's why I don't fall for that stuff, because my upbringing, my mom is really into those games. Alright, got a couple minutes until reset here. Just listen to some cat jams for 3 minutes. Yeah, she played that one too. Found out my mom beat Dragon's Dogma and Trials of Mana recently. Last time I talked to her. I'm like, damn, Mom, I haven't even beaten those games. And my mom's been a hardcore gamer pretty much my whole life. I think she's been very unhappy with the tab target MMO selection lately, so she's been branching out into more like normal games. She liked Dragon's Dogma, she liked what's it called? Trials of Mana she played through. Yeah, But I've also been gaming since I was like 3, so late 80s. That very much influences my taste in games, where I really only care about gameplay. If a game has a story, it's great, but it's not the focus for me. That's why I have that focus. I also grew up in the arcades as well, so games that just try to tell a story, I'm like immediately not very interested. It's just because of how old I am too. I'm in my late 30s, so I'm not really into the whole walk forward and watch 10 minutes of cutscenes and then 2 minutes of gameplay kind of thing. I just want gameplay. I think my mom is a pretty avid cutscene skipper as well, so I think people that got into gaming later on are more into that kind of thing. I'm not. I just want gameplay. A game has story, it's a bonus, but typically it's very hard to get both. It's either the game plays like shit and has an amazing, like, life-altering philosophy story, or it has amazing gameplay and the story is like nothing. I don't know why it's so hard for people to understand that. I always complain about that. It's like, well, there are very few games that do both. Devil May Cry 3 is a good example. That game has a good story and good gameplay. That's why I think that game is one of the best games of all time, is it manages to have a good narrative, and then the gameplay is actually good too. You're not gonna find both. I'll give a story a chance, but I've had a number of games I've tried to sit through the story, and I just question why I wasted my time. Tales of Arise is a good example. The story in that game was very interesting early on. I was actually really liking watching the story, and then it just took a massive dump at the end because they obviously got hit pretty hard by COVID. There was no satisfying conclusion or anything. It just made me question, like, why did I watch all that shit? There was no reason to watch it. There's no semblance of a conclusion. Alright, so what do we gotta do here today? Run through these. Get my mail. Tales of Vesperia, another game. That game has a strong start, but because it had like literally 3 different writers at the end, they had like no idea how to end it. The story is still worth watching because the characters in that game are very endearing, and watching their relationships grow is something I could relate to. Just like the whole found family thing was really cool. But the story itself sucks because it's basically just like, we need a final boss, but there's no final bosses left. They're all dead. So we need to have somebody, there's not really much of a reason to fight, be the final boss. Very, I wouldn't call it half-assed. This plot just didn't know what it wanted to do. That's an example of a game that it has good characters. You like character-based story where it's like, you know, maybe the reasons they have to fight aren't that great, but the characters are really relatable and stuff. That's a good game to watch the story in. But you want like a satisfying beginning, middle, and end. That game story is trash. Good example of dropping the ball. No, Pika Combat's still in closed beta.
この一撃で
私の視界の外へ予想通りの攻撃ですね。この一撃で勝利への道を切り開きます。落ち着いて考えましょう。激殺する。目を閉じて安らかに眠れる。
生徒ちゃんカラスだよ。私の刃になってみなさい。
刀ですが無理に私の視界の外へ行かないでください。この一撃で
Problem with Pika Combat is the only way you do damage in that game is QTEs. Like you see when Lucia just came out, that's the only thing that does damage in that game. That and your super attacks, that's it. Actually just attacking the enemies does no damage. That's what they need to fix. The combat is dumbed down, yes, but I've been playing it. I've been playing it since release, the new version. That's the biggest problem with it. The only thing that does damage is QTEs. It's like not even the fact that there's barely any moves is the more you play it is not even really the problem. It makes it less fun. It's dumbed down, yes, but the way the game is now, it doesn't even matter because if you watch my gameplay of that, I just spam QTEs because it does way more damage than anything else. They need to fix that along with adding more moves. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Like the martial arts Dante, the Balrog Dante, when he does Rising Dragon, it takes off like entire health bars. So your whole game plan is to just spam that as much as possible. Because the game has really strict time limits as it is, so you don't really have time to screw around as it is. The game actually encourages you to do that. It's a lot more rotation heavy than this game I'm playing right now. Reset that. Bad run. I like all three, but it depends on the game. I don't like 4 Dante. 4 Nero is fun, but very limited. But they only designed the game around him, so everybody else feels worse to play. I think they did a good job with 5. Like everybody has an answer for most of the enemies in the game instead of just Nero. That's the problem with Dante in 4. He's supposed to be like the experienced character, but his nephew is more equipped to deal with the enemies than he is in that game. Because they designed the game around his nephew. They didn't really design the game around Dante. Same thing with Legendary Dark Knight in that game. It's like really only designed around Nero and the special edition characters. I just don't like when people say that that's the best Dante. I'm like, on paper, yes. But design-wise, no. Because they really half-assed the development of that game. Like, yeah, he's fun to play, but every time you play him, it's like, well, it didn't really make the game with playing as him in mind, so you end up just... you end up just wishing, like, you know, Nero could just kill this thing right away, and Dante has to struggle because they didn't give him any tools to deal with it. Let's see, did I miss a stamina potion? Let me see here. I'd say 5's design just suffers with V. His V is very rushed. It's not a bad idea. He just sucks to play because of two reasons. The first is he doesn't have barely any moves. He doesn't feel like he really grows at all. That's what makes him boring to play. Some people actually like playing his V. But even the V defense force will always tell you that he has like barely anything to play with. He didn't that's a part they definitely screwed up with 5. V feels like he plateaus the last time you play him in the campaign. There's like nothing else to unlock. You gotta play on PC to get around that. You gotta play on PC and get around that. Yeah, I think if they add more moves to peak of combat, it's not going to fix the problems of that game. They need to fix how the damage system works. They could add the moveset from 1.0, but if the game is kept the way it is right now, the way that the combat works, you're not even going to use those moves. You're just going to want to go straight into your QTEs nonstop. They really need to fix that. That's how I place so high on that game. I haven't spent like hundreds of dollars. I spent a little bit on the game, just because they're giving me like a double rebate. So it's like, yeah, shit, I'll do that. I don't mind doing that, but I feel like a lot of people are trying to play it like an actual DMC game, and the game does not allow you to do that. That's the problem with it. If you just keep spamming QTEs over and over in a mindless rotation, then everything dies. If you don't do that, you can't even like legit finish some stuff. Very poorly balanced. Which is weird because this game is obviously an inspiration for the new peak of combat. The difference in this game is that you don't rely on QTEs to do damage. While you're rotating the characters out, you're like managing their orbs and everything else. Wouldn't be the first time that happens though, when the game tries to be like something more popular and then doesn't actually grasp what what makes it popular, why it's good. That's pretty much the new peak of combat in a nutshell. You dumb down the combat, but like that's not, the more you play, that's not even the problem. The problem is that it's just doing a mindless rotation. It's fun to a degree, but it gets old. Nothing else matters. Hey, cool, I can skip this tomorrow. Max authority level, good. I'm thinking let's see what I gotta do to max her out. I think I need to get her to 80, right? Try to manage these resources here. Yeah, I just need some weapon enhancers and get her to level 80. So how many pots do I have in here? Probably only need like 3 of those, maybe. Actually, let me hit the battle pass first. There might be some free ones in here. I don't know. Tomorrow is memories and tickets. perfect. Alright. Now I think I need some cash. Let me see what I need to get their executions. I got his. Let's see, does she have it? Oh no, it's just these two for now. Alright. Yeah, I gotta get these. Okay, so I need another 27 of those and 500k. And then for him, well, I got one of his already. Okay, I gotta go get more of those. Aura chip. How do I get those? Okay, so I need like 900 of those. That's what it's saying. And 900 of those single crystals. How do I get aura chips? It doesn't tell me. See if they got those in here with my resources. Shark shop, not gonna be in there. Oh, I need more. Shit. I need a lot of them, huh? How to get those. How do I get those aura chips? They're gonna make another 18 Resident Evil games before they do that. I'll tell you that right now. I can't stand the Resident Evil fan base sometimes because they complain so much. It's like, dude, you guys get a game every year. Like, I really don't want to hear it. You get a game every year. How long did I wait for Streets of Rage 4? I waited 26 years. How long did I wait for a new Ninja Warriors? I waited 25 years. You guys complain so much. You get a game every year. Like, I just get tired of it. You guys are well fed, alright? You're well fed. They're still not happy. They're complaining about Ada's voice actress. It's like, alright, well, you'll have another game next year, so why do you care? I'll have another game next year. Probably be 3 more next year. Stop complaining. I wish the shit I like got a game every year. Entitlements. No, I didn't really grow up playing those games. I never liked them. Not interested. So if you're asking if I'm gonna play those, no. I never really bothered with them.
をどう使うのか言いたいな。
キュウリフォロー、ここにあり。ダルこの力で打ち破ります。
慈悲は義務のように強制されるものではありません。私がコーダを進めてあげましょう。
道具をどう今だクライマックス。
キュウリフォロー、湯加減はなしです。
It's gonna take too long. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get more of those things to get the execution. It's like not... it's not giving them to me. Maybe I need to wait? I don't care about all this, man. I need the things to actually do this so that it doesn't take like 10 minutes. I guess it's time gated. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess that's it for PGR for today. I got her to 80, so I got some Chibo in here, I think. Yeah. See if I have any more materials. Yeah, I gotta wait till tomorrow. Alright, well, that's it for that for today. Quick and easy. Let's see. Let me see if I got any stamina on Peak of Combat. I'm gonna log in on my phone because I don't feel like loading BlueStacks. It takes too long. Give me a minute here. Otherwise, I think we'll just play some Sifu and call it a night. Better to wait until the morning when the game resets. Yeah, we'll play some Sifu. Let's do that. A moment. Well, I also changed high schools a lot growing up, so social games like Rockman EXE and Pokemon, I kind of fell out of. I really only played Pokemon because my friends did. And then I kept changing schools, and I instantly lost interest in Pokemon. Battle Network, I just never even played. I didn't like it. I think it's pretty common for people to grow out of, like, stop playing Pokemon and stuff. A really big stopping point for people is when their friends drift away or they graduate high school. That's when a lot of people stop playing those games, because they're not really terribly interesting games as it is. When your friends are not playing them anymore, it kind of loses its luster.
Disappoint me. Come on, wake up!
Oh, come on! I dodged to the right. Wow. I dodged to the right. Bullshit. That's so dumb. She would not die. That was a good run, too. I should have ran over to the side and pushed her off with the palm thrust. I'm gonna do that next time. That was pretty good otherwise. Dropped the ball there at the end.
No freaking way.
I want to save some of these weapons, actually. Bullshit. Leave me alone. At least that was an early reset. You're welcome. Good night. Any weapons left? I got one there. I'm gonna try to hold on to it. That last wave. The elite.
Watch yourself.
I'm determined to beat this. I got close on my Steam Deck, but I always get screwed over at the end. You fall off as instant deaths. Nice! Nice. Good run. I don't think that was all the stars, though. No, 2 stars. Not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't really like doing manhunts. They piss me off. Let's see what else we got here.
Stay there! This is as far as you go. Came to the wrong place, pal. Bring it on. You look a little small. Too late to back out now. Came to the wrong place, pal. This is as far as. Holy shit! This is as far as you go. Came to the wrong place. What you doing in here, pal? there! That can't be. This.
The game crashed. Oh man, that was a good run too, man. What the hell? Well, if that's not a good stopping point, I don't know what is. That really pisses me off. I was like near the end of that level and it just crashes. Crash reporter, sure, send and close. Ruined my run. Because the game just decided to crap itself, I guess. Anyway, that's gonna do it for tonight. I'll see you guys later. I don't know if anyone's even still watching, but yeah, I'm done for tonight. Probably log on in the afternoon. Grab lunch. I think I might need to run an errand for my neighbor. There should be some free time then, so catch you later.